Okay, it's actually recording now. Okay, I got a red light. All right. Ready?
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay.
No, all right, everybody, welcome back to Two Sheet Smokers. Got our friend Amanda here. She decided she wanted to come over and show us how to make the best breakfast tacos ever.
Hi, Amanda.
Howdy.
Randy's way over there. He's actually technically at work.
Randy's not here right now. He's at work.
He's not here, but he's here. Does that make sense? Okay. So Amanda, show us what you got. Show us everything.
All right.
We did do a little bit of prep work already, so.
Yeah, I did the hard stuff, so while nobody's watching, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Not hard at all, though. So basically, the idea for this is so you can make either meal prep or like campfire prep. You know, if you're having a camp out, you want more. If you're like me, you're a mom and you're cooking for an army
Multiple
of boys.
people. Yeah.
Exactly,
Okay.
exactly. So maybe
I'm
you're
down
feeding
for
a
all
lot of
this.
people at once, or you're just feeding a few and you want leftovers for later, or you're taking it with you. It works for everything. You know, maybe you're trying to start a little business and you just want to sell breakfast tacos. We're in Texas. That's what everybody does, right?
That sounds like a good idea.
You guys want to buy breakfast tacos? Let us know. No, we're just kidding. So
We'll figure something out.
You're right. We'll work it out.
All right.
So we did a little work ahead of time and
did.
pre-made sausage and bacon for you. So it's already been made up on the black stone back here and a good old iron skillet.
Right there.
There's nothing better, right? But if you don't have one, that's okay. You can use whatever you like. And we did a little bit of the grunt work and did a little elbow grease in here on some of this nice shredded, fresh shredded cheese. He'll show you all these ingredients here in a moment. So basically what we're going to do is make a big batch of these so that way they can be wrapped up and put into aluminum foil, parchment paper. You can throw them on a campfire, throw them on a grill.
Lunch.
Throw them in the smoker if you got one, you know, eat them cold, put them in the microwave, whatever you need to do. But it's there for you now or there for you later.
Cool. All right. Let's get after it.
Ladies and gentlemen, barbecues and grills, cookers of all calibers, I present to you Two Sheet Smokers. Time to get fat and happy.
Perfect. Damn, that's pretty good. All right. So,
Just try not to be too loud.
So the next
All right.
time, yeah,
again, I can
I
always
tend to be
adjust
loud too. I was like, oh no, yeah.
No, that's okay. I can adjust the audio in the editing.
yeah, just
anyway,
talk like you're normally
It's
talking
the,
something.
right, I was just like, it's the karaoke thing. I'm like, you know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah.
don't project your voice. You already said it was sensitive. You know, I'm like, la. I mean, just kidding.
Oh boy.
This side.
Okay. So where do you normally start? And it's going to be you, so we like to try to get everything out of the way
Okay,
that
so-
doesn't need to be like on the table.
This goes really quickly, actually. It doesn't
Okay.
take very long at all. So typically, you know, just for me is open everything. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Just have it ready, which I
Okay. Randy, you want to grab the?
get a can opener.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
I meant to throw that. I even put a whisk and a cheese grater, and I didn't.
No, that's what we got.
Oh, that's why I was like, I literally have everything. Then you said you had your stuff.
Yep.
So typically what I'll do is I'll just open everything so that it's ready, grade my cheese, which, I mean, we don't necessarily have to. I'm going to grade some of this. You know, just depending on what we put in there. That way it's all ready, which I've had a little one over there if I
Yeah.
needed to. Perfect. Yeah, I was
you
going to
need?
say that'll look prettier. Just do a
Two.
couple of them. Yeah, because I only have two.
And then
to
stack the
grade
other
there.
three off to the side, just in case you need them.
I think it's gonna be in the bottom drawer.
It's a really fancy one. I've got a little hand one.
Oh, well, where's our cup at, Randy?
Might be in the refrigerator. Might be
A little
dirty.
full of cheese.
Better not be full of cheese. Remember when we washed everything?
If not, I've got the little hand one.
I've got them.
Those are pretty nice.
There we go. Hang on a second. Look under. Stuck under there or something. No?
Let me know what.
That's the only problem with this toolbox is that fucking door.
Need a magnet or something to make
Nah,
it
well,
catch.
we just close it. Pocket. Can you measure spoons, cups, or anything?
No.
Like a
I told
spoon
you I
to
was gonna
stir?
pick the easiest thing I knew.
Fifth one, third. No?
Stir. I'll just need a spatula or something of sorts for whenever we start putting it all together. That's really about it for now. See, I've got two for these now. I'm sitting it. I don't know if y'all want to. We can always just set that in and do it that way. But yeah, basically, you know, you fry your sausage and then throw the bacon in with that, so it makes a good grease. I'll usually reserve a little bit of that.
Use the same today.
I'll reserve some of that for my eggs or whatever. We usually get my cheese shredded and all that stuff ready. So once the sausage and the bacon, everything's cooked up, I'll take the grease off of it, and then take the, you know, your rotel chilies and usually onions, and put it in there. And I usually put the onions in there with the juices and everything with it and let it cook down, literally right next to the sausage in the skillet, like half and half. And let it all cook down. Once it's cooked down, take your eggs, whisk them up, and pour it over it just like an omelet. Whisk it all together. Just in the meantime, I'll need to take your eggs, whisk them up, and pour it over it just like an omelet. Whisk it all together. Just in the meantime, I'll need.
Chill box somewhere too.
Oh, did that wrong. Well, somebody help a girl out. I can't turn it back now. I'm not pushing it enough. Oh, that's why I'm pushing it too hard. My bad.
Look at these two goobers over here trying to figure out how to start the Blackstone.
I went way past it.
That's okay.
So we're going to take our hot rotel, our original rotel, or whatever type you choose. If you just want tomatoes, you can do like diced tomatoes. You can cut up your own. Put those all into your skillet, on your Blackstone, whatever you have available. Doesn't have to be an iron skillet. And just kind of cook it down a little bit to get some of that moisture out, but not all of it, because that's really important. We're going to use that with our eggs. So just getting all that flavor in there. And now we have an imaginary onion that you watched me chop up and put in here, and that's also going to cook down in those juices, and it's going to taste amazing. You'll see the onion, I promise. You'll see. It's going to be delicious. So once we get all of this done, then we'll take our eggs scrambled in a bowl and we'll mix it in there, just kind of omelet style, and get it all ready to go back into our breakfast burrito bowl with our meat and other ingredients. All cleaned up. Oh, those look so
Hey,
okay.
it's recording.
Ready?
Yeah, whenever you're ready.
All right, everybody, we've been stirring these veggies in here for a little while on medium to high heat. So just cooking that liquid out of it a little bit so that they reduce down, look a little bit mushy like this. That's when you know they're perfect. You'll notice that it looks like about half as much in the skillet, so that's perfect. And also that imaginary onion is going to be nice and cooked in there really good with your vegetables now. So next thing to do is, just like you're making a little veggie omelet, is we took a dozen eggs, and remember that was 2 cans of your original hot rotel and green chilies, and a whole dozen eggs scrambled up in this bowl here, and we're just going to pour it in like we're making a big veggie omelet. Once this cooks down a little bit and starts to get like a little scrambled veggie omelet, then we'll add back in our sausage and bacon, and that was a pound of hot sausage and a pound of crumbled bacon. And then we'll add in our full bag of hash brown potatoes, and it'll be time to start making burritos. All right, so 1 whole bag of little potato rounds, or you can do your own fresh hash browns if you like. Whatever's easier, whatever works, whatever fits the budget. We've got 1 full pound of ground hot sausage and a pound of crumbled bacon. We did the cheater way, Hormel bacon pieces, or you can do your own fried bacon and chop that up and put it in there too. If you're a mama and you got 4 hungry boys, you probably don't have time for that. You can do it just like I did. Stir all that together before we put in all this goodness over here. And it's just as simple as that, just mix and go. So we're going to add in, this is our eggs, peppers, and rotel, all that mixture together. So now you've got your veggies, meats, and potatoes, and then just add cheese and roll. The trick is, if it looks terrible, it tastes good. If it looks pretty, you probably did it wrong. Not that you could do it wrong, but if it's pretty, you did it wrong.
You guys, they get to eat too.
Paying the taxes. That bad boy's still hot. We won't complain about that. If you're using an iron skillet, bring the big guns, do your workouts, or phone a friend like I did earlier. That bad boy's heavy. Alrighty.
Yeah, now I see why you say it's good meal prep.
It's a lot. Like
Yeah, it's a lot.
you're like, oh, that's great. No, you know how many this makes? Like it's so much.
Yes, there's 3 packets of tortillas.
And
over
we
there.
may still have some. You're like, yeah, it's so much. That's why I went ahead with those big ones will hold more, but it's actually, I prefer to do it in like a taco or fajita size because once you put it into a big ass burrito, you'll get halfway through it and you're like, I can't fucking finish this. Especially if you're drinking, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, or you drank the night before, when you're doing like, you win, pup, you win. But you know, when you've drank the night before, you think you're hungry, you're starving, you get that. And,
You get one bite out of taco, yeah, I'm done.
yeah, it's not because it tastes bad. You're like, that's enough. That's enough. We'll eat the rest of this for lunch, maybe. I said, yeah, it looks gross. That means it's done.
Yeah. All right.
All right, so we've got this mixture all made up, and as you can see, I've got the trusty ice cream scooper. It's not ice cream. Don't put ice cream in your burritos. It won't work, I promise. But we've got everything mixed in here together now. So you got your scrambled eggs, your peppers, and your imaginary onion. Don't forget your imaginary onion. It is the most important ingredient in this entire recipe as of today. So we also have your sausage and bacon. So all your proteins and everything are ready to go here with your potatoes as well. We've got some large burritos. If you're like me, I have small hands, so I like my little baby burritos. But you know, if you're a big-handed fella and you're a hungry person, you might need one of these. Personally, I think it's a little bit too much. I could never finish one of these, but I challenge you to try. So for these larger ones, we're going to go ahead and we're going to do about 2 to 3 scoops in there. We'll give it a little shot. These are pretty big shells, but you can go with whatever size you like. Now, always remember, wash your hands. I did. We've got our regular cheese here. So this is just a regular Colby if you don't like the spicy, but we're going to do a little bit of both here and just go for the smorgasbord. We shredded up some Monterey jalapeno jack, my personal favorite. And you do not have to shred your own cheese if you want to make all of these great shredded cheeses. Pick whatever you like. Cheddar, doesn't matter. Some say cheddar is better. I disagree. I go with the spicy
Gouda
cheese.
makes everything better. I don't care what they
So,
say.
proper burrito roll, if anybody's watching, you always want to tuck this in like you're going to mail it to your mom, like you're, you know, folding up a present there. Don't ask Snoop Dogg. Do not lick the edges. This is not how we do it, guys. We're just going to do a little bit like this. And if you want to be a little fancy and make sure it stays, put a little extra cheese in here. Now, that's the glue. That's the licking the edges right there. So I'm going to take all that, fold it down flat, and transfer it to your heat back here. If you've still got your skillet on or left it warm, you can use that. I'm going to just throw it on the Blackstone where we were making our food before. So it only needs a few minutes just to seal that little edge. The cheese will even melt out a little bit and make it even better. And then all you've got to do is prep it, but that's next. All right, get out your trusty cleaver here. We do just have the 2 sizes here. Now, if you want to get the street tacos, I don't recommend the baby burrito, but if you can figure out how to fit it in there, you can Goldilocks these bad boys. Now for Mama, this is my favorite style burrito here. We're going to cut it in half just so you guys can see what the makings came out here. We're going to go ahead and give the Papa here a good slice. There we go. All right, kids. And there is your meal prep burritos. All the proteins, everything in there, melty cheeses. You can just take these in the foil that we're going to wrap them in, and you'll get to see a look at that finished product later. You can throw those in the fire again, throw them in the microwave, add extra melty cheese, but my personal recommendation, use whatever sauce you want, but that roasted salsa verde, that's the stuff right there. It's got to be the green sauce. There's no other way, right?
All right, it's time for a taste test. Since you cooked these, you need to try it first.
All right, I'll take the first one. Let's see here.
Besides that, it's usually the ladies first anyway.
No double dipping, right? Just kidding. We won't do.
I'm going to try a small one.
I hope you like it. Cheers.
That's some good stuff.
We saved some for you guys, don't worry.
Okay, we'll come over and get some here in a bit.
You can come over and try this here in a minute before it goes away. Anyway, we're going to wrap this up. Just remember, practice safe drinking. Cover your beer. Keep it cold. Cheers.
Cheers, brother. That's good stuff.